Hello and welcome to our Mineola Varsity Award presentation. This year we finished off the year with an unprecedented pandemic. Who could have predicted it? Our athletic program was rolling along, having a phenomenal year. Our fall season and our winter season was exciting, and we had some outstanding feats by many of our student athletes in both seasons. And we were looking forward to a great spring season. We had high aspirations for many teams and many student athletes. In this presentation, we are going to recognize the accomplishments of many of our student athletes. And we need to give thanks to many people who support our programs in so many different ways. Dr. Nagler and the Board of Education have always supported our program with wonderful opportunities for student athletes and coaches, and we thank them. We have a tremendous medical staff who make sure that our student athletes are ready to play. Among them are Marie Sloper, our middle school nurse, Ms. Carmen Puccio, our high school nurse, and Ms. Joelle Church, our outstanding high school athletic trainer. Our buildings and ground staff also needs a thank you. They work very hard in maintaining our fields to make sure that our grounds are safe for our student athletes to play on. They keep them looking great, and we thank them. We, of course, want to thank our varsity coaches. Our varsity coaches have done an outstanding job, and they do their job year-round, before the season, during, and after, to make sure that our athletes are ready to compete. And lastly, of course, we'd like to thank our student athletes. Our student athletes have shown great dedication and commitment to their programs this year, and for them, and their families, and their support, we say thank you.
Welcome to the 2020 Mineola Athletic Booster Club Varsity Virtual Awards Ceremony. Although we never expected to present awards in this manner, we still wanted to acknowledge the hard work and determination that our teams and athletes had this year, and congratulate them on a job well done. To our coaching staff, we applaud you for your hard work and dedication with our students both on and off the field, always expecting them to strive for excellence. To JC, our kind and caring athletic trainer, who stands on the sidelines and cheers our teams on while always keeping a watchful eye on our students. Thank you for keeping them safe. To Dr. Smith and Mr. Abertrano, thank you for your commitment and continued support to the Booster Club. While we could have never envisioned a year like this, in March our world turned upside down with the global pandemic, which put New York State on pause. While we were fortunate to celebrate the victories of our fall and winter sports, we sadly missed out on the same opportunity to do with our spring sports. To our underclassmen athletes, we hope that you continue to compete with the pride and sense of commitment that Mineola has instilled in you. We know that you will continue to shine as your journey continues at Mineola. And finally, to our 51 senior athletes, we salute you for your resilience, determination, and pride during this pandemic, which has caused your senior year to be on pause too. Do not let this experience diminish all that you have accomplished. Use it to make you stronger, more resilient, and more grateful for the little things. And finally, at this time, we wish to say goodbye to two senior families, the Brady and Tarantola families. We thank you for your years of dedication and support for the Booster Club. We will truly miss you. As always, a huge thank you to my co-president, John McMahon, and Vice President Abby Sargent for always helping to run things so smoothly. And to the many, many Booster Club volunteers and committee chair who give tirelessly to make sure that our student athletes get everything that they need. Thank you. Now, congratulations one more time to the class of 2020. You truly are unstoppable. At this time of our award ceremony, we usually ask our senior athletes who intend to play at the collegiate level to stand for a round of applause. This year, we are proud to announce the following senior athletes who intend to play at the collegiate level. Aiden McMahon, Lacrosse at Wingate University. Johnny Salamone, Lacrosse at Wingate University. Brendan McDonough, Lacrosse at Malloy College. Dylan Renner, Lacrosse at Long Island University. Jose Guerra, soccer at Nassau Community College. Juan Lopez, soccer at Nassau Community College. Jimmy Ty, baseball at SUNY Maritime. Andrew Lewis, baseball at Farmingdale State University. Erickson Velasquez, wrestling at Hofstra University. Kevin Graff, golf at SUNY Old Westbury. And Lena Mohisen, tennis at Ohio State University. On behalf of the Booster Club, we would like to congratulate all of our senior athletes for always making us, Mineola, proud. Thank you.
And to our graduating seniors, I can certainly understand that there were many memorable moments, either altered, postponed, or canceled by this epidemic. I know because I have a senior myself, so I can relate to your disappointment, and I can relate to the disappointment of your parents. But remember, there are great experiences right around the corner. So much of what we learn through sports can be applied to our situation right now. We don't always win. Things don't always turn out right. But we stay positive. We stay strong. We persevere. And we look forward to celebrating countless victories in this life. So congratulations to the class of 2020 and to all of your families who have supported you all the way through. The best of luck.
Hello, Coach Guido here to talk about the Mineola football team. We had a very good year this year. Could have been much better without a couple of close losses. Every game was a good game except for maybe one, but we really played well all year. Made it to the playoffs again and lost a very close game in the playoffs. Junior year for these seniors, also a good year. Making the playoffs, losing to the team that ended up being the Long Island champions in a very close game also. So they played very good football for the last couple of years. All right, so I'd like to go through my team right now. Start out with a couple of 10th graders that we had. First we had Max von Mossenbach and Lorenzo Tangora. Two starting offensive linemen, played some defense, did a great job. All right, next we had some juniors. Ezekiel Claros, Juan Echeverry, Mike McCormick, Mateus Silver, Mike Calavito, James Cruz, Mike Caramusis, and Nick Ramos. All right, those are the juniors on our team. Some of them did a good job getting in a lot of playing time. Next, we had our seniors, Tom Brennis, Joe Early, Francisco Granados, Dylan Renner, John DeSantos, and Gabe Arantes. Okay, we had some award winners, senior award winners. We had our Coaches Award winners. That's Joe Lucchese. Joe Lucchese had a really good year for us this year. He was a big surprise to me. He had been a lineman. He wanted to be a receiver. I didn't want him to be a receiver, but he ended up starting there, and he was doing a good job. And then we had all these injuries to our linemen, and we had to ask Joe to go back and play the line. A lot of guys don't want to do that once they're playing a position where they can get the ball, but he did it without any problem. He did a great job. I mean, he's only 150 pounds, and he had to go back and play on the line, and he played linebacker. So he did a great job for the team, sacrificed his self-glory that he could have had as a receiver to be a lineman. We had Justin Roa, did a really good job, offensive, defensive line, playing both most of the games, did a really good job. And then we had Jack Ressa, who played a lot of different positions for us. He was a safety, he was a corner, he was probably even played linebacker, he was a receiver, he was a running back, he played on the line. So he did everything for us, and he did an awesome job. So those were our Coaches Award winners. We had an unsung hero, that was Juan Flores, also not very big, 145 pounds, linebacker, running back, played almost every play of the whole game, very tough player, and we really appreciated Juan's hard work and toughness playing on the field, so he was our unsung hero. We had some National Football Foundation Award winners. These are players that are all conference caliber players. But they also have to be very good students, 90 averages, good SAT scores. They will be in the National Football Foundation Hall of Fame. If they ever go to the Football Hall of Fame, they can find themselves in there in the College Hall of Fame. I think that's what it's in. They'll always be in there. They can look themselves up as being National Football Foundation players. So they had a good year for us. One was Aiden McMahon. He didn't play as a junior. He was injured. Did a great job as a senior. Played running back, receiver. Probably had the most catches in the conference with like 35 catches. Just was an awesome all-around player for us. And Patrick Relevant also starting on defense and offense. Also a very good receiver. So they had real good years for us. Then we had an all-conference player, that was Erickson Velasquez. Erickson's only been playing football 2 years. Starting offensive lineman, very good lineman, great feet, and a super defensive player. Had over 10 quarterback sacks, something the other offense was always had a plan on how to block Erickson. So he was an excellent player for us, very hard worker in the weight room, really got himself ready to go. So great year for Erickson. We had honorable mention All-County. John Salamone just missed making All-County by 1 vote. Was all honorable mention as a junior. Was the running back as a junior and linebacker. This year he took over the quarterback spot. Did an awesome job. Probably would have liked to stay a running back, but he did a great job as a quarterback. And also had to still go in and play defense a lot. So he had a big year for us, and one of the reasons we got to where we are. And then we also had an all-county player, and that was Matt Tarantola. Matt had an excellent year. He had a great junior year. He was probably one of the top 1 or 2 offensive players in the conference. Everybody had a plan on how to stop Matt. He could catch the ball. He was a great runner. Threw the ball a few times, put some moves on people that made them look terrible. Very fun to watch. He was just a pleasure to coach this year. And I was glad he made All-County. Matt and John and Justin got to play in the Senior All-Star game, so that was fun for them. Nice for our school to get 3 players in that game. So we had a good year. Again, we won 1 or 2 of those close games. We really could have been a lot better had we not moved from Conference 4 to 3. I think we could have been Conference 4 champions, but we'll never know that now. But they still were very competitive, tough team to play, and I enjoyed coaching them. I'd like to thank all the coaches. Since this is my last year here, middle school coaches, Jim Durso, Brian Haber, and Greg Mayo do an awesome job with the middle school. Really appreciated the hard work they put in. JV coaches, Chris Shaka, Bobby Redmond, and Mark Miller also just do a great job in coaching with me for 25 years, 30 years, however long they've been coaching with me. So I really appreciate what they did for me and the team and the school. Then we had our varsity coaches, John Tatura, also been coaching with me 17, 18 years. Just a great guy and really did an awesome job with the kids. The kids loved him. And lastly, you have Helms Boranger. Really, he's been working with me 25 years, will do anything. Just a great help for me and the team. Really the type of guy you need if you're going to have an assistant coach. He's the type of guy you want to have. So I loved having Helms on the team coaching with me. And I'd also like to thank Ralph and Mike Nagler for all the help they've given me through all the different things I've had to do over these years. So I want to say thank you to all them. Appreciated you seniors, good group of guys for me to have, and good luck to the juniors next year. So thanks for everything, and see you later.
I want to start by thanking Dr. Nagler, Central Administration, the Board of Education, Dr. Smith, Mr. Amatrano, and the Mineola Athletic Booster Club. The varsity golf team grew to 19 members this year, including 4 female golfers, which is by far the most in Nassau County. The team gained 7 freshmen, including Jonathan Donnellan, James DeSiderio, Michael Duda, Caroline Guccian, Natalie Lazuski, Vivek Patel, and Joseph Rosigno. All of these golfers started as new beginning golfers and improved greatly throughout the season. Whenever we had practice, they always listened and were attentive to any instruction I gave. I thank you for that and look forward to you guys improving next year and helping the team win some matches. Our 5 sophomores included Thomas Cox, Ian Kelly, Connor Martin, Ryan Shannon, and James Theodore, all of whom played in matches this year, and most won or competed very highly in their matches. I thank you so much for your hard work and dedication to this team. Without you, we wouldn't have had as much success as we did. Our 3 juniors, Zach Don Giovanni, Dominic Ferreira, and Jillian Perino, were all mainstays in the main lineup of 6, and all contributed greatly to the team. Our 4 seniors, Domingos De Silva, Justin DeSiderio, Kevin Graff, and Nicole Lazuski, who also were main contributors to almost every single match, helping us to an 8-6 conference record. Thank you so much for your leadership and hard work all 4 years on the golf team. This team showed a lot of resiliency this year, as injuries to some players created opportunities for younger players to step up into the lineup, and they did not miss a beat, winning many of their matches and keeping the team moving in the right direction, all while gaining valuable experience. Our 3 members of the team who made counties were Jill Perino, Dominic Ferreira, and Kevin Graff. Jill Perino has now made it 3 straight years, and she's the only female golfer from the fall Nassau County boys teams to make it. Dominic Ferreira, who made it for his 2nd straight year, and Kevin Graff made it for the first time as a senior. Congratulations, guys. Our Strive for Excellence winners were Nicole Lazuski and Justin DeSiderio. Again, thank you both for your hard work and dedication to this team. Our Coaches Award winners were Jillian Perino and Kevin Graff. I want to say good luck and congratulations to our seniors. I know you will succeed in college and do great things after college. Thank you.
Hi everybody! I'd like to start by thanking my JV coach, Jackie Jahelka, for her support and help throughout the season. She proved to be an asset to our program, and I look forward to working with her for years to come. I'd also like to thank our varsity volunteer assistant, Coach Sam Pastori, who not only built a great rapport with our athletes, but was also instrumental at practices. Finally, I'd like to thank our athletic trainer, Joelle Church. JC provided sport and position-specific rehab and strengthening to our team throughout the season. I truly appreciate all of you. The Mineola girls varsity volleyball team competed in the highest ability level for Class A this past season. Our final record in the regular season was 7 wins and 7 losses, which led to us being seeded 5th in our conference overall out of 29 teams. In the playoffs, we defeated Bethpage in the first round, but ultimately lost to Manhasset in a 5-set battle in the quarterfinal match. We had a tough conference had our ups and downs, but it was competitive, and our fans can attest to the fact that each match was exciting. Our team consisted of the following: one sophomore, outside hitter, and all-county honorable mention, Daniela Speranza. The juniors, defensive specialist, Juliet Burns. Outside hitter, Veronica Carr. Right side, Kristen Cox. Outside hitter, Adriana Ferreira. Middle blocker, Emma Janal. Outside hitter, Abby Meehan. Middle blocker, Kaylin Rum. Setter and our team's scholar athlete, Megan Heckelman. And libero and all-county honorable mention, Melanie Podstupka. This year, the Strive for Excellence Awards are going to Veronica Carr and Kristen Cox. Both Veronica and Kristen put in consistent effort on and off the court. Kristen became a key server for us and earned us many timely aces. Prior to Veronica's injury, she played a critical role in both our offense and defense, thus earning this award. Congratulations to you both on earning this award. The first Coaches Award goes to Emma Janal. Emma worked hard with her setters to run plays and was always willing to make adjustments to become a better athlete. She led our team in blocks, and we look forward to seeing what else she has to offer next year. The other Coaches Award goes to Megan Heckelman. Anyone who has watched our games knows that Meg puts it all out on the line when it comes to competition. She is the key to our attack, sets the tone on the court, and is the heart and soul to our offense. We look forward to watching her compete even more fiercely in her senior year. Congratulations to both Emma and Meg on earning this recognition. The first senior I'd like to recognize tonight is Caitlin Walters. Caitlin joined our team as a junior and played as a middle blocker. Her height worked to our advantage, as she was often our first line of defense. She will be continuing her education at Nassau Community College this fall. Her fun-loving personality will be missed. The next senior is Teresa McCary, our setter. Clearly, her position was key to the success of our offense this year. She was often seen hustling all over the court in an effort to set up a play. It's been exciting to have watched Teresa hone her skills as a setter over the years. She will be continuing her education at Molloy College in the fall. We wish her luck. Last but not least is senior Morgan Brady. Morgan is a 4-year varsity player, 2-year captain, and was an all-county athlete this year. She was all-conference as a sophomore and all-county honorable mention as a junior. Her position is difficult to define, as she began this season as a defensive player. But as our team's needs changed, she shifted roles into an offensive player and was successful in each position she was assigned. As the team's captain, she was the heartbeat of this team, and her commitment was unwavering. She led the team in celebration in our victories and accepted defeat with grace. We wish her the best of luck, as she will be attending University of Maryland in the fall. As these 3 seniors set off on their journeys, the rest of the team is looking forward to another exciting upcoming season. There have been several changes across conferences for next year, and I'm certain there will be even more competitive and exciting games coming our way. Thank you, and congratulations to you all.
Hi, everyone. I just want to thank our administration, Mr. Amatrano, coaches Picarillo, Cerulli, and Tonini, as well as our parents for all of their support this year. Also, my assistant coach, Coach Rob Mendez, who goes above and beyond his responsibilities for our boys soccer program. The 2019 boys varsity soccer season was a successful one. The boys began their season by winning their annual Christian Melendez Mustang Cup tournament and finished the regular season undefeated in league play. With a record of 8 wins, 0 losses, and 2 ties, the team won back-to-back conference championships and earned a 4 seed in the county playoffs. The boys won their opening round game, defeating a talented North Shore team 1-0, however lost to a talented Island Trees team, ending their season in the county quarterfinals. The team finished the season with an overall record of 13 wins, 2 losses, and 2 ties, falling 1 win short of their goal of making it to the county semifinals. In addition to a stellar record, our success this season could not have occurred without contributions from every member of the team. Defensively, senior George Raftopoulos, freshman Lucian Loro, junior Sam Anjo, and senior Brendan McDonough anchored a defense that gave up on average less than 1 goal per game. 3 of the 4 starters on defense, Sam Anjo, Lucian Loro, and Brendan McDonough, were recognized by Nassau County Soccer with all-conference awards. Also making significant contributions on defense when called upon were Luis Uceda, Jefferson Carbajal, and Marcos da Silva and Mike Lopes. On midfield, 3 of the 4 starters were recognized with awards from the county. Sophomore Joe Serrato received all-conference honors his first year on varsity. Senior captain Juan Lopez received all-county honorable mention and was selected for the senior all-star game. Juan was also recognized at the Nassau County Soccer Dinner as the recipient of the Live Like a Champion Christian Melendez Award. Junior captain Chris Morandi was recognized as an all-county player and led his team with 11 goals. Chris was one of the few underclassmen to receive this award. Helping to lighten the load on midfield were juniors Matt Kobos and seniors Chris Raftopoulos, David Contreras, and Ethan Sargent. Our strikers saw a constant rotation of players, all of whom made significant contributions. Senior Jose Guerra had a breakout season. Jose was leading the county in scoring until he unfortunately was hurt and missed several games. Upon his return, Jose picked up where he left off and was recognized as an all-county player and member of the Nassau County All-Star Game. Also contributing up top were Jeff Carbajal, Josh Goncalves, Elmer Granados, Enrique Martins, and Pedro Charchar, who served as our backup keeper and is good enough to start on any team in Nassau County. Lastly, junior captain Vinny Rodriguez had a tremendous year in net. Vinny earned 9 shutouts this season and had a goals against average of about half a goal per game. As a result, Vinny was recognized as an all-county honorable mention player and was awarded Defensive Player of the Year in our conference. Finally, our Strive for Excellence Award winners are David Contreras and Enrique Martins. And our Coaches Award goes to Juan Lopez and Brendan McDonough. I just want to say thank you again to the entire team, to their families, to the community, to the high school for all of the support we had during this great season. And I also want to congratulate all the other teams on their continued success. Thanks.
Hi to everyone out there. I'd like to start off by thanking Ralph and Donna for all of their help and support throughout this year's season. I would also like to thank the Booster Club for working throughout the year to be able to support and honor our student athletes. And I'd especially like to take this opportunity to thank our assistant coach, Tara McDonald, for all of her help this year and every year. It has been truly an honor working with you these last 14 years. The girls' varsity soccer team had a really amazing season this year. We improved not only our average goals scored in a game, but we also improved our overall record. The girls worked hard each and every game, and we finished 3rd overall in our conference with a record of 9-3-3. I'd like to now recognize the athletes that we had on the varsity girls soccer team this year. 8th grader midfielder Kaylee McCormick, who had 3 goals and 7 assists. Freshman midfielder Amelia Burns, who finished with 7 goals and 8 assists. Sophomore defender Nicole Pastoressa. Sophomore midfielder Allison Sandoval, who had 1 assist. Sophomore defender Daniela Schutzling. Sophomore midfielder Mia Wisnowski, who had 3 goals and 3 assists. Junior forward Trista Bugala, who finished the season with 15 goals and 4 assists. Junior defender Gabriella Flynn. Junior goalie Jolie Ilkert, who had 29 saves this season. Junior defender Serena Kashi. Junior midfielder Isabel Lopes. Junior goalie Isabella Polanco, who finished with 112 saves this season. Junior defender Isabella Rivera. Senior captain forward Caitlin Ariza, who had 6 goals and 3 assists. Senior defender Maggie Gorman. Senior captain defender Emma Lopes, senior midfielder Julia Rosati, who had 3 goals this year, senior forward Donna Saravia, senior forward Kristen Tarab. Each of these players made a large impact on our season, and I'm so proud of the team we had this year. Our goalies, Bella and Julie, combined for a total of 148 saves on the season and tallied 3 shutouts. The girls constantly push each other to become better goalies, and it definitely showed in game play. Bella was recognized by the Nassau County Coaches Association as an all-conference player and led our conference in saves with 112. Our defensive unit, made up of Nicole, Gabby, Maggie, Serena, Emma, Isabella, and Daniela, worked so well together, only allowing on average about 1.4 goals per game with 3 shutouts. As a group, they were able to help each other improve and support each other throughout the season. In practice and in games, our defensive unit was able to jump in and rotate into any position needed across the back line. With improved speed and intensity, our defenders were a strong force. As a second-year player, Maggie's hard work was recognized by our coaching staff, and she was awarded the Strive for Excellence Award this year. And as our captain and a 4-year varsity player, Emma was recognized by the Nassau County Girls Soccer Association as an all-conference player this year. In the midfield, we had Mimi, Isabel, Kaylee, Julia, Allison, and Mia. These players are some of our most versatile players. When asked to move to different parts of the field in different positions to help the team, they were able to do so with ease. From controlling the 50-50 loose balls to sending perfect passes through the gaps, this group of girls really took control of the pace of the game. They each excelled with great field sense and knew exactly where to put the ball during play, which helped set up many important plays during the season. For her hard work on the field and in the classroom, Julia was recognized as our team's Scholar Athlete Award winner for this year. With 7 assists this season, Kaylee was ranked number 5 in our conference for individual assists in a season. Mimi also made her way on the leaderboard for individual assists with 8, placing her 4th in our conference. Up front, we had Caitlin, Trista, Donna, and Kristen. These girls battled hard every time they went for a ball and never got pushed around. They are passionate players and always seem to be in the right place at the right time whenever needed. They were all ready and willing to run through a wall to be able to get to the ball first during games. For her tough mentality and always giving everything in practices and games, Kristen was given the Strive for Excellence Award this season. We were also fortunate enough to have 2 of our athletes recognized as all-county players this year. Caitlin and Trista were both voted all-county players by the Nassau County Girls Soccer Association for their incredible play this year. We also had 2 players who represented Nassau County in the exceptional senior game, Caitlin Ariza and Emma Lopes. And although it was freezing cold that day, they both did an excellent job representing our team. Lastly, we have our Coaches Award winners. Even though these 2 athletes did not receive a county award, in our eyes, they definitely deserved it. They worked hard in every practice and in every game and helped to make our season as successful as it was. The Coaches Award winners for this year were Mia Wisnowski and Amelia Burns. Congratulations to all of our girls and all of the Mustang athletes. Thank you to the parents this year and every year for their support. Thank you to our Board of Ed members, Dr. Nagler, Matt Gavin, Ed Escobar, Whitney Smith, and the coaches who I've worked with for the last 14 years, especially Frank Massaro, Denise Zuno, Robbie Mendez, Paul Pereira, Al Cavalluzzo, Karen Weidline, Ali Bauer, Bruce Vatsky, and of course, Tara McDonald. I am especially thankful to Ralph for all of his support day in and day out, and I'm so thankful to have known him and worked for him the last 14 years. I truly cherish every year that I've spent as a coach in the Mineola School District, from girls varsity soccer to JV girls basketball, assistant varsity girls lacrosse, and even as a middle school girls lacrosse coach. These have been some of the best memories of my sports career. I will always be grateful to all of you for all of your support, from attending our games, participating in fundraisers, and supporting our annual Think Pink breast cancer awareness games. You have all always been there for our team and for me. Thank you for always making me feel Mineola proud to be a coach in our amazing district. I regret leaving this position, but I look forward to when my own children begin their amazing journeys as Mineola Mustang athletes. I wish my girls' soccer team the best of luck, and I'm so privileged to have ended the year with such a successful and amazing group of girls. I wish the rest of the Mustang athletes every success now and in the future. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, it's Coach Leninger coming to you to speak a little bit about the 2019 cross-country season. The 2019 cross-country season was a lot of fun. We had a lot of new members of the team join. Out of 15 athletes to finish the season, only 4 of them had prior experience in cross-country. So for me as a coach, it was a lot of fun to teach everybody about the sport and watch everybody kind of develop a love for the sport as they went along through the season. Every once in a while we get members that join to either get in shape or because their friends do it or something like that. But I feel like everybody on this team by the end of the season really loved what they were doing and really had a beneficial experience out of everything that happened. So to introduce the members of the team first, we had one 9th grader, Sarah Miller. Sarah was all conference, which means she ran a qualifying time of under 23:45 in the 5K run in order to earn that honor, which is very impressive for a freshman. We had 2 sophomores, 10th graders, Benjamin Steele on the boys' side, who was also all conference. Ben earned all conference honors by running better than 18:45 for the 5K. And also Urja Patel, a second-year member, was our lone sophomore for the girls' side. 11th graders, juniors, we had many on the boys' side. Brian De Silva, second-year runner. Andrew Escorcia, second-year runner. And first-year runners, Joseph Farrell, AJ Henriquez, Matthew Pardo, James Santinella. In addition to that, we had second-year cross-country runner and co-captain Joshua Sandoval, who also earned all conference honors by breaking that 18:45 mark in the 5K in league competition. The seniors all lied on the girls' side. So of our 7 girls that finished the season, we had 5 of them as seniors. Our first one was co-captain Caitlin Escorcia. Next, we had Madeline Irish, who was also a first-year runner for cross-country. Next was Carmen Lima, an all-conference selection, again by running better than that 23:15 5K. We had Diana Rostroporos and also Rebecca Tobar. So a couple of things about this team that were unique were that we didn't have too much experience going in, but we also had experience in other sports, in winter track, spring track, some people who had done other things in their athletic careers. So when they came aboard, especially on the girls' side, all these seniors, there was a lot of learning that had to take place, but really it was a mix of leadership and diligence in what they were doing and having a little faith in the process as well that really made them very successful. Just to speak a little bit about the seniors right now. Caitlin Escorcia was a true definition of a captain all season. She organized pasta parties for us, nights out at the movie. She was the one that organized our t-shirt sale, ordering gear for the team. Completely indebted to her in terms of making the team what it is and making it a positive experience for everyone. I like to call her the mother hen. She doesn't like that much, but the term definitely fits. She takes care of everybody around her. She was an easy shoo-in for our captain position, even though she had never done cross-country before. And she worked her tail off, even though she had more experience in winter and spring track as a thrower. By the end of this whole experience, she really loved cross-country. She loved distance running, and it was something she never thought she'd be able to do. So she was a real excellent example of perseverance, not giving up. Sometimes you feel down and things aren't going your way. You have a couple bad days in a row, but she never gave up, and she kept the faith, and she did really, really well this season. Next is Madeline Irish, who we've talked about at length. She has a very, very bright future ahead of her in the Navy ROTC. Madeline joined winter track last year as a junior, and my only regret with Madeline is that I didn't have her longer. One of the nicest kids I've ever had the pleasure to coach. She really always pushed herself, even when she was hurting. Sometimes I would have to hold her out to prevent injury or anything like that. But Madeline always pushed through anything and never complained, and really set a great example for the rest of the girls. She was our third best runner on the team and really rounded out our squad and made it deeper, considering we only had 7 girls on our varsity team. Next, Carmen Lima. Carmen really took the next step in terms of dedicating herself to the sport, and it definitely paid off. She earned all conference selections. In the past, she had never even done cross country. She was a winter and spring track girl, and she did a lot of sprinting. And she really matured this year, and she really came through and did a great job and reaped the benefits of it. She proved that if she puts her mind to it, she really does have the talent. And, she earned herself an all-conference selection, which is an excellent, excellent job. Our next senior, Diana Rostroporos, another person that kind of came out of nowhere. All right. She was on our team in spring track a couple years ago, and she took junior year off to focus on her academics, but then came back senior year, and a real workhorse. She was just churning out miles left and right. No matter how long I told her to go or how many reps I told her to do, she did it without any complaining, and she dropped her time significantly throughout the year. She was a lot of fun to have on the team. She was a great character and a great teammate to the rest of her teammates on the team as well. Really great for me to have her, and I wish her the best of luck next year as she goes off to Stony Brook. And then our last senior, Rebecca Tobar, one of my favorite kids that I've coached the last 2 or 3 years. Rebecca had never done cross country before, and she really dedicated herself to it the whole season. Towards the very end, she had some issues with some shin splints and things like that, but she was extremely diligent going to JC, okay, and doing her rehab and, really putting the sport first. It's very easy for, an athlete who's coming out for the first season on a sport as a senior to kind of be like, oh, I'm hurt. It wasn't meant to be. But Rebecca really dedicated herself and did an excellent job. And I believe it was a good experience for her, and I was really glad to have her on the team as well. So let's get to our awards. First of all, Strive for Excellence awards are going to go to Brian De Silva and Madeline Irish. Brian's a great guy. He's been on this team for 2 years now. Just a workhorse. He was our number 3 runner, and he battled through some injuries last year. And again, another guy who really has to be diligent in terms of his preparation and taking care of his body. But Brian had a great season and broke 21 minutes for the 5K and really proved to himself that, he can do a lot in this sport. So I'm looking forward to his senior year. And our other Strive for Excellence award goes to Madeline Irish, just for her diligence and her how positive she is every single day. She never missed a practice, and anyone who is around Madeline knows she's definitely deserving of this award. She's a great kid, and a very positive role model for her peers. Last but not least, our Varsity Coaches Awards are going to go to our 2 runners that led our pack on boys' side and the girls' side. These are our most accomplished and most consistent runners for the season. And those are going to go to Josh Sandoval, our captain, and Carmen Lima, our senior. Both of these guys really put in a lot of work over the summer, which is what cross country is all about. And they did an excellent job really leading their teams in all different ways. All right, not just times, in terms of how they conducted themselves at practice. And really, a big part of our sport is if you do things right in practice, it gets easier when you go and compete. And they were both examples of that, both all conference runners. I had the privilege of going to the Nassau County Track Coaches Association's dinner with them. We had a great time. And, they were both very excited for what they achieved. So for our seniors, I'm definitely going to miss you guys. Thanks so much for a great year. And for everybody else on the team, I'm looking forward to next year being bigger and better. Thank you.
I'd like to thank two coaches who will no longer be with us next year. Catherine Bennett has been our girls varsity soccer coach here at Mineola for the last 14 years. Catherine, thank you for your care and the relationships that you've built with your players throughout the years. It was a pleasure to work with you. And I look forward to your contributions as a parent in our districts as you raise future student athletes for us. Danny Guido is retiring this year, and he will no longer be the varsity football coach. This will break a 33-year run for Coach Guido as the varsity football coach here at Mineola. And in my time, Coach Guido has been one of the hardest working and most conscientious coaches on our staff. His football and wrestling programs have had the benefit of his undivided attention throughout the years. And Danny lives and breathes Mineola pride. He has marched the football team into countless playoff games and coached hundreds of all-conference and all-county wrestlers. As someone who was a student in the district, a resident of our district, a parent of student athletes that went through our district, a teacher in our district, and a coach in our district, he is truly a Mineola icon. I congratulate him on his accomplishments, and I thank him, and I wish him the best of luck moving forward. And I look forward to him continuing as our varsity wrestling coach next year. Thanks, Danny, and thank you, Catherine.
Hello, everyone. Congratulations to all of the varsity athletes. Thank you to the administration, the Board of Education, the Booster Club, Donna Raffo, the parents, as well as Coach Smith and Coach Mason for a great season. I'm really proud of the boys and the success that we had this season. Every single player on the team had a major role in our success, and each had to step into an increased role from prior seasons, and they each did what the coaches and I asked of them. We finished the season with a 9-10 record, 6-8 in conference. We were able to keep our playoff hopes alive until the last game of the season versus a very talented Friends Academy team. Our success is a testament to all of the players, their effort, all of the effort coming to out-of-season workouts all summer long in the fall. Without those, we would not be able to do what we do on the court during the season. So thank you, boys. I would like to next recognize the juniors on the team. We have Anthony Benetti, Zach Bongiovanni, Aaron Quascut, Tristan Doherty, Jack Flood, Sean Frackelveri, Lex Goring, and Will Goring. Thank you guys for all of your hard work and dedication to our program, and I look forward to a great season next year. Now to our four seniors, Aiden McMahon, Patrick Revelant, Jordan Robinson, and Brendan Shannon. All four of you played significant minutes for us this year. You were key contributors in our success in every single game. And I want to thank you for everything that you guys have done for the past 4 years, all of the leadership you guys exhibit every single day. You will be really missed next season. So thank you, boys. I would now like to move into the Coaches Awards. So for this year's Coaches Awards, we have Jordan Robinson and Aiden McMahon. I'd like to start about Jordan real quick. Jordan is a player who improved vastly over the course of the 4 years of being a part of the program, significantly even within just this season. Jordan played almost every position for us. He did everything that Coach Mason and I asked of him, and he played large minutes for us. And without him, we definitely would have struggled this season. Jordan's season highlight was definitely against Seaford, the third to final game of the year, and Jordan hit a game-winning foul shot with a half a second remaining in order to keep our playoff hopes alive. So thank you, Jordan, for that, and congratulations. Our next coach's award is Aiden McMahon. Aiden McMahon was our Reggie Carter Award winner. Aiden is the epitome of a good teammate, the epitome of a leader. He works 100% every single day, whether it's in practice, in a scrimmage, in a game, and that rubs off on his teammates. So thank you, Aiden, for that. Aiden, just like Jordan, played every single position, played the point guard, played the center. He is definitely the most versatile guy that I've coached at Mineola in the last few years. And without Aiden, again, our success this season would have been limited. And now I'd like to move into our two Strive for Excellence Award winners. We have Patrick Revelant and Brendan Shannon. Pat Revelant was a senior this year. He did not play basketball his junior year, which definitely we missed out on having him for that year. But for a person that took a year off and came back, Pat did not miss a beat. You were extremely athletic. He was a rim protector, blocked a lot of shots, did everything that we could have asked for him. And without him, again, we really would have struggled. And there was 1 or 2 games this year that Pat missed, and we definitely were not the same team. And that's because of Pat's leadership, Pat's skill, and Pat's athleticism on the court. So thank you, Pat. And our final Strive for Excellence Award winner is Brendan Shannon. Brendan Shannon is probably one of the hardest workers and most dedicated players that I've had in the last few years here. Brendan never misses a summer workout, came to every summer league game, improved so much just within the summer and the fall leading into the season that he actually ended up becoming a starter. And that's all because of Brendan's effort and wanting to succeed and be a part of the team. Brendan works every single day. He smiles every single day. He was a captain on our team. And I'm thankful to having Brendan being a leader to help me and Coach Mason this year in our success. So I want to thank everyone and all of the players again for such a great year, and I look forward to another year next year with all of these juniors that are returning. Thank you, everyone.
Hello, everyone. I want to begin by congratulating all of our varsity athletes for their dedication to Mineola athletics. I would also love to thank our administration, Ralph Amatrano, Board of Education, Booster Club, Donna Raffo, and all of our parents for their unwavering support throughout the 2019-2020 basketball season. Most importantly, thank you to our JV coach Danielle Gill for her time and dedication to our junior varsity players, as well as my wonderful assistant coach, Kelly Dempsey, who has been dedicated to the girls' basketball program for several years and truly puts her heart and soul into the game and her players. If I could describe our season with one word, I would immediately hear resiliency, the ability to bounce back from difficulties. Resilience can be a game changer in so many aspects of our lives. You want it to show up for those challenging situations and provide you the strength to persevere. Resilience is a skill, a mental skill, that takes mind power, and this particular group of athletes demonstrated just that throughout our time together this season. Our record does not depict our success and does not come close to showing the perseverance displayed by these 14 basketball players. Their willingness to never give up was the energy that fueled our growth as a team. This mindset helped pave the way for us in the second half of our season. A tight loss to a playoff-bound Seaford team, and then avenging a previous loss to Valley Stream South, and ending our season by eliminating Clark from the playoffs. I know myself as well as our athletes will forever remember that particular moment in time. Storming the court to meet your teammates and the rewarding feeling of hard work showing up for you. The girls played as one in the remaining weeks of our season, and it was the perfect ending to our story. I am proud to announce that we had 2 athletes who were recognized by the Nassau County Basketball Association as award winners this year. Erlisa Kabashi was named an all-conference player, and Sophia Schrader received all-county honorable mention. At this time, I'm happy to recognize the athletes we had on our varsity girls basketball team this season. Our 8th grader, Caitlin Kenny, our sophomores, Olivia Riga, Sophia Schrader, and Abigail Walters, our juniors, Amber Burns, Claire Calora, Adriana Ferreira, Serena Kashi, Melanie Mendez, Colleen Miller, and Kira Mulrooney. Last but not least, I would love to give a heartfelt thank you and moment of recognition to our seniors for their dedication to the Mineola girls basketball program. Erlisa Kabashi, Teresa McCary, and Saruthika Nimalan. You will be missed not only by myself, but by all of your teammates. Our Strive for Excellence winners will be awarded to 3 outstanding teammates and players who give their all every single day, in practice and in games. Serena Kashi, Claire Calora, and Kira Mulrooney. These athletes are the type who show up for their teammates and never settle for anything less than their best. They make the people around them better with the efforts they display each day, and they provide the energy necessary to encourage others to do the same. Thank you for your efforts. You are very much appreciated. Next up is our Coaches Award winners. Our first Coaches Award winner will be given to junior Colleen Miller. Colleen exemplifies the teammate everyone deserves to have by their side on the court. One who is dedicated, selfless, persistent, and so very positive. Her positive energy is contagious, and she leads by example in her pursuit to contribute to her team. She works hard without being asked to do so, and not only strives for personal growth, but for the success of the team as a whole. Our second Coaches Award goes to our senior, Saruthika Nimalan. Saruthika is the type of player who consistently gives her best effort every single time she steps on the basketball court. You always know what to expect from her, and it is always her very best at all times. Her dedication to the team over the past few years has proven to be one of her most noteworthy qualities. She is always prepared to work hard and improve her skills as a basketball player. Thank you for your commitment to the team, and we will miss you. Again, thank you to all of our athletes who contributed to our season, and I look forward to working with our returning players over the summer in preparation for the upcoming season.
Good evening and welcome to the Mineola Varsity Banquet. Tonight I'm here to talk about the 2019-2020 Varsity Bowling Squad, which had a remarkable season as we won the conference title for the 4th time in 5 years. This year we finished with an 11-1 record with a team of only 2 seniors, 1 junior, and the rest underclassmen. We earned the right to compete in the Nassau County Team Tournament. This year, behind these young men, we finished 4th in the county. As I stated earlier, this year's team had some underclassmen. First, our youngest underclassman, 9th grader Billy Grothier. For Billy, this was his first year on varsity, and he finished with a 183 average and a high game of 236. Our next underclassman was 10th grader Nick Schneider, who finished his 2nd year of varsity with a 174 average. Jason Martinez was our 3rd 10th grader on the team, who completed his 3rd varsity season. Due to injuries, Jason only finished with a 185 average, but he bowled his best when it counted most, as he averaged a 215 in the Nassau County Team Tournament. We have one more 10th grader to go, but I'll talk about him a little later. My only junior was AJ Henriquez, who had a nice 2nd year on the varsity level. He finished with a 183 average and a 215 high game. He has continued to improve every season. I am expecting him to be an award winner next year. My 2 seniors were Chris Melendez and Matt Catania. Matt came on strong towards the end of the year and bowled a few varsity games to help prepare for the team tournament. He in fact bowled extremely well in our final contest, where he helped clinch the conference championship with his 173 game. Chris is another very improved bowler, as he finished with the 2nd highest average which was a 191 on our team. His high game of 246 earned him a league high bowler award. The last member of our team was the captain and also my last 10th grader, Phil Macchietto. Phil finished the season with a 211 average and a high game of 278. Phil earned All-County again, but also finished the year again on the All-Nassau All-Star team. This marks his 4th year in a row of being All-County as well as being on the All-County Nassau team. Unfortunately, Phil and the rest of the team didn't get a chance to compete at the state tournament due to the coronavirus. We're hoping next year that he'll get his chance. Our team awards this year, our Strive for Excellence went to Matt Catania, and this year's Coaches Award went to senior Chris Melendez. For my entire program, let's continue to get better, and maybe we can flip that 4th place finish into a 1st place county championship. To the senior class of 2020, I want to wish you good luck as you head out to the real world to pursue your dreams. Thank you.
This year's girls varsity bowling team had an outstanding year. We came in 1st place in our conference with an undefeated record of 12-0. In fact, the girls lost only 1 game all season long. Our team average of 602.3 also qualified them for the Nassau County Championships for the 2nd year in a row. At the county championships, the girls bowled great, with it all coming down to the 6th and final game of the day. We came just 16 pins short of winning the whole thing and came in 2nd place. I'm very, very proud of our team. This year's team consisted of 2 8th graders, 2 juniors, and 1 senior. Junior Jillian Perino is a 1st-year varsity bowler who improved a lot throughout the season. Jill had a high game of 152 and will be a key member of the team next year. 2nd-year varsity bowler, junior Kayla Ortiz, had a high game of 188 for the season with a 130 average. You could really see her starting to put it together as the season went on. 8th grader Kelsey Morrison started out a little inconsistent but really came on strong at the end. Kelsey had an average of 150.7 for the season, which earned her all-conference honors. Her high game of 210 was 2nd best on the team, and her average of 179 in the county championships was one of the reasons we were right there at the end. 2nd-year varsity bowler captain Jasmine Ortiz, our only senior on the varsity, had a very nice year. She had a high game of 198 and ended up with an average of 158.9, which earned her all-league honors. Her unique delivery had me scratching my head, but it worked for her. I want to thank Jasmine for all her help this year and wish her the best in the future. 8th grader Michaela Palumbo was the anchor of the team. She had a high game of 233 for the season, and her average of 176, which was 6th best in Nassau County, earned her all-county honors. She averaged 182 in the county championships, which had us knocking on the door. Her 176 average, Michaela qualified to bowl in the individual county championships. The top 6 get to represent Section 8 at the state tournament. Michaela came in 2nd place, 32 pins short of 1st, and was to represent Nassau County at the states before it was canceled at the start of the coronavirus pandemic. This year, the Strive for Excellence shirts go to Michaela Palumbo and Kelsey Morrison, and the Coaches Awards go to Jasmine Ortiz and Michaela Palumbo. I would like to thank all the girls for their hard work and effort this year, along with the support we got from your parents, and girls bowling looks to be in good hands for the next year.
Hello everybody, welcome to Boys Varsity Winter Track Sports Awards. Just want to thank the Booster Club for all their support, organizing the Mustang Stakes and all the money that they help funnel into the athletic programs. Of course, Mr. Amatrano, Dr. Nagler, Dr. Smith, for all their support and help over the course of this year. We couldn't have done it without Coach Brian Haber, our assistant coach who works primarily with the shot putters. And big shout out to JC, our athletic trainer. She is an amazing, amazing asset and has created a lot of really specific, individualized rehabilitation plans for a lot of our athletes. And of course, thank you to the parents for supporting our late nights and our crazy schedule in the winter. I want to acknowledge our team, our sophomores, Ben Allende, Raymond Genova, who was a squad leader for us, Jacob Mikowski, and Ben Steele, who was also a young 10th grade squad leader for us. Our juniors were Brian De Silva, George Delgado, Andrew Escorcia, Joe Farrell, Dominic Ferreira, Addison Granados, Siam Jabbar, who really has emerged as the backbone of our jumping squad and really runs a clinic for all of the new athletes, teaching them those complicated and difficult skills. Josh Kessler, Kieran McGuire, Chris Morandi, Matthew Pardo, Dennis Petlier, and Josh Sandoval, who was a captain for us as a junior. Awesome person, hard worker, and we're looking forward to having him back next year. For our seniors, Michael Langella, it's been an amazing run with you over the last 4 winter track seasons, and you've really grown so much. He was a squad leader this year as a senior, and on our team, he was our second best runner in the 600, our third best in the 300, which is a sprint, and then the 1,000, which is a distance race. He was our 6th best guy in the mile, and he's just grown tremendously since freshman year. He had 2 big top 10 finishes this season, and we're just really proud of his personal accomplishments, breaking 60 in the 400, and also breaking 25 minutes on our Stewart Loop course. We wish him the best of luck. Michael Lopes, who was a captain for us, and we will talk a little bit more about Michael Lopes in a few minutes, along with Josh Mundy, who was a squad leader, and Ethan Sargent, who was also a captain. Rounding off the seniors was Chris Tobias, came to us kind of out of nowhere, just totally dominant in the throwing field. Our second best shot putter, 20th in the conference was his ranking, and he's just a disciplined, dedicated person, leads by example. Winter track is tricky. We're at St. Anthony's. It's late at night on the weekdays. We're running outside. It's cold. The weather is tough, and really it builds tremendous discipline in our athletes, and we think it's a great lifelong sport. The first Coaches Award goes to Michael Lopes. He's been with us for 2 years, but it feels like 4. We're just super lucky to have him. We immediately recognized him as a leader, and he just kind of jumped out onto the scene, really took a liking to the hurdles, and has taught a lot of our younger athletes. He was ranked 1st, 2nd, and 5th on our team in the hurdles, 300, and 55 respectively. He was 11th in the conference in the 55-meter high hurdle and ran multiple relay legs for us. So that was our first Coaches Award, and our second Coaches Award goes to Ethan Sargent, who has been the backbone of our team for 4 years. We're so proud of him. Just a reliable, great person, natural leader, our best 1,000 runner, our second best 2-miler, third best in the 1,600, and just, he even triple jumps. So he's super versatile. Someone like Ethan, he can do field events, he can do distance, he can sprint. He was 8th in the conference in the 1,000, and he had some pretty big finishes this year, placing 3rd and 4th at the Herrick's Invitational. He's headed to Ohio University for journalism and communications, and we wish him the best of luck. We have 2 Strive for Excellence awards. The first is Josh Mundy, who really has matured tremendously over the years, and he moved to Jericho for a little while and came back. We were so excited when he rejoined our team. Just a great kid and hard worker, unbelievably talented. our best 300 runner, our second best in the 55, ranked 13th in the conference in the 300, and had a really impressive third place finish at the Valley Stream North Winter Meet. We wish Josh the best of luck. And our final Strive for Excellence award goes to Addison Granados. He had just an amazing season. He was ranked 6th in the county in the triple jump. Our best jumper, kind of working hand in hand with Siam. He's really a product of Siam's awesome routine and regimen. And Addison was ranked 3rd in the conference. He was also for the triple jump, he was ranked 8th in the conference for the long jump. So both jumps, he was pretty effective and scoring points for us. And 4 times this season, he finished in the top 5 at a major meet. And he peaked in the last meet of the season with a 38.11 triple jump, which is awesome. And that's exactly what we look for in our athletes, to peak at the end of the season. We wish you guys the best of luck. Thanks for years of dedication, and we will see you soon.
Hi everyone, I'm here to tell you a little bit of 2019-2020 girls winter track season. Winter track is always very challenging. It's always a tough sport to get through, a tough sport with tough conditions. Even though we compete indoors, all of our practices for the majority are outdoors, in the cold, in the wind, in the rain, in the snow. We really have to utilize our facilities despite the weather. So anybody who joins winter track automatically, really earns their stripes in terms of what they're doing with their winter season. This girls' winter track team had a successful year. At the conference championship, they were able to score 4 points, okay, which isn't a large number, but definitely an improvement upon years in the past. So we saw a lot of growth this year. We had a nice mix in terms of all different classes, in terms of sophomores, juniors, and seniors all contributing. And we covered most events in terms of jumping, throwing, distance running, and sprinting and hurdles. So to get into the members of the 2019-2020 girls winter track team, starting off with the sophomores, we had second-year sophomore Nicole Pastoressa, second-year senior Anushka Patel, second-year sophomore Daniela Schlichting, second-year sophomore Mia Wasnowski. Those are our second-year runners. I threw Anushka in there for you. Our juniors, 11th graders, first year Grace Bang, first year Wenny Chang, first year Julia Perino, and then the rest of our squad was rounded out by seniors. Fourth year senior, also one of our co-captains, Caitlin Escorcia. Second year senior, another co-captain, Madeline Irish. Third year senior, another co-captain, Carmen Lima. Fourth year senior, Melissa Pereira. Fourth year senior, Stephanie Pereira. Second year on the team, senior, Alma Pinto. And third year co-captain on the team, Julia Rosati. And last but not least, second year, Rebecca Tovar. So as you can tell, we had some sophomores contributing, we had some juniors contributing, and we had a good amount of senior talent and leadership to lead this girls team through the winter. Going to go to our awards. Our Strive for Excellence shirts are going to go to Julia Perino. Julia had a great year. She really excelled in the 1,000 meter run. She was ranked as high as 20th in the county, in the whole county for the 1,000-meter run, and she actually qualified for counties with that. And she was also an alternate on our 4x800 county qualifying team. Julia made a lot of strides since last year. She dropped her time by about 25 seconds in a 1,000-meter race, which is about 5 seconds per lap, which is quite an improvement. So she's going to be our first Strive for Excellence winner. And our second Strive for Excellence winner is going to be sophomore Nicole Pastoressa. Nicole was recovering from an ACL injury that she got from soccer. And she had to work through a lot of pain, and she had to be very diligent in terms of her training and really listen to the doctors and the trainer, JC, in terms of making sure everything was healthy with her knee. And despite all that responsibility, she really put together a great season. And I hope, for her sake, that the conditioning and all the work she did strengthens her for her upcoming lacrosse season and also future soccer seasons as well. So thanks for a great season, Nicole. Going to our Coaches Awards. Our 2 Coaches Awards are going to go to 2 senior captains. First being Madeline Irish. Maddie is such a great kid. She'll run through a wall. She really will. She will run even if she's hurt. She'll run regardless of the conditions, and she always runs tough. And I really admire her for that. She's so positive, and that really rubs off on her teammates. So it makes our jobs very easy as coaches to have someone on the team who is such a good role model to everybody else. So congratulations, Madeline, on that honor. And our second Coaches Award is going to go to a 4-year varsity member of winter track, one of our shot put throwers, and senior co-captain, Caitlin Escorcia. Caitlin did another great job this year. I'm personally super excited for her future as she goes off to Malloy to study adolescent special education. I think she's going to make a great teacher someday. I can see the way she works with the girls in the shot put circle and how she really is patient with them and does a good job of explaining everything. She has a very bright future in education. She did that for our girls all winter, and she's been doing that since she was a freshman, to be honest with you. So congratulations to Caitlin, and thanks to all the girls for a great winter season.
Hello everyone, Coach Guido here for the boys varsity wrestling team. We had a pretty good year this year. We have a pretty young squad. We took third in our league. We made the dual meet playoffs, which was a nice accomplishment for this team. We did very well at the end of the year. We measure our year by how we do at the individual tournaments at the end of the year, which we did a great job. And we're hoping to do a real good job next year with all the returning weight classes that we have. We're really only losing one senior varsity starter. So we're looking to do some good things next year. Right now what I'll do is I'll go through all the boys on the team, starting with the 9th graders. We had Ricky Chang, who wrestled at 119 for us, really looking for big things from Ricky. Mahir Chowdhury, who wrestled at 132. James Desiderio wrestled at 112. Nick Castulius, who wrestled at 119. And Ricardo Baptiste, who wrestled at 195, which is a big weight class for a freshman. And he had a great year, and he made all conference, earning his way into the county tournament. Had an injury in that last week, so he was not able to participate there, but he had a great year the whole year. 10th graders. We had Steven Herrera, wrestled at 108, had an exceptional year, made the county tournament, made all conference, and next year we're hoping to be one of the top guys in the county. Chris Feathers wrestled at 152, 160, 145, wherever we needed him. Wrestled up a weight class most of the time and really helped us out in a lot of dual meets, won a lot of close matches at the end. So he was someone we're also looking forward to having a good year next year. Then we had Max von Mossenbach. Max wrestled 285. Big improvement over last year due to his weight training. Really built himself up and had a very good year. Should be one of the top big guys in the county next year. Next we have juniors. We had Kieran Gilbert. Kieran also has been improving every year. If we could just get Kieran in the weight room like Max, he would have an exceptional senior year coming up. Mikey McCormick. Mike was having an excellent year wrestling and came down to the end to the qualifying tournament, and he had a bit of an injury and was not able to participate at the end of the year. But we expect really good things from Mike next year. And then we had Juan Echeverry. Juan is 126-pounder, second year in a row making it to the county tournament, all conference, and we're looking for real big things from Juan next year. Okay, then we had Giovanni Morales, wrestled 160. Really big improvement over the year before. Did some weight training, got much stronger, did some off-season wrestling, and really improved. And again, these guys, these juniors should be exceptional seniors next year if we can keep them doing what they're doing. Next we had Mateus Silver. Mateus wrestled 138, 145, down there. He got off to a bit of a late start, and then he had a little bit of an injury, and he was started even a little bit later. But he came on at the end, had a great year, made all conference, just missed making all county, and next year we expect him to be one of the top guys in the county. Same thing with Ezekiel Claros, exceptional wrestler, started a little bit late, still had a really good year, made all conference and just missing making all county. And those guys should be top guys in the county next year, so we're really looking forward to them wrestling. Mateus and Ezekiel very close to making it to 100 wins. Not too many guys in our history have 100 wins, so that'll be a big accomplishment for them that they can get next year. Then we had some seniors on the team. We had John Salcido, did a good job, Luis Goncalves, and John DeSantos. John DeSantos, first-year wrestler. He was a first-year football player, 2 sports he never played. Did a great job in both of them. Sometimes it was a little tough for him trying to learn how to do it, especially in wrestling where it's very physical. But he really kept his composure, did a good job, and we were very proud of him that he made it through the whole year doing the job that he did. And lastly, we come to Erickson Velasquez. Erickson had an exceptional year, unbelievable year. He was an all-New York State wrestler. Was in the county finals. He had beaten that county champion during the year, lost a 1-point match there, but still was able to get to the state tournament as a wild card. Did a great job there. He's got the most wins in the history of Mineola wrestling. He's got 148 wins, which is like 30 more wins than anybody else has ever had. And he was very dominating in his weight class. He is going to attend Hofstra, where he's going to be wrestling on their wrestling team. They're a Division I program. They wrestle the biggest and best colleges in the country, so that's going to be very exciting for him and for us at Mineola to have a boy in that program. Erickson is also going to get an award that we give out every once in a while to someone who earns it. It's a Jimmy Halubowicz Scholarship. Jimmy was a Mineola athlete. He was a 2-time All-County football player. He was a All-County wrestler, was also in the county finals. He was an All-Conference lacrosse player, but his big sports being football and wrestling. We have a scholarship that comes from him, and he wants it to go to a boy who's a football player and wrestler, and Erickson's got everything in there. Really good student, really hard worker, big weight room, which is a big thing that Jimmy used to do, which made him a great player. Jimmy was also an exceptional college athlete playing football at Gettysburg College. And this scholarship's going to go to Erickson. It's $1,000. And we know that he'll be able to use that toward his expenses at Hofstra University. So congratulations to Erickson Velasquez. So it was a good year. Hopefully next year will be even a better year. We have a lot of young guys, and we're looking forward to all these guys wrestling again next year. And that'll be it. Bye-bye. Thanks.
Good evening, Mineola. If you're like me, you have a love-hate relationship with technology. One day you love it, one day you hate it. Well, Today I happen to love it because I get to talk about my amazing Challenger basketball team. This year we got to play only 3 games, but as in years past, the games were fun, exciting, and a joy to coach and be a part of. The highlight of the Challenger program this year was our Senior Recognition Day, where flowers and photos were taken of the parents and handed out to the parents and the players. A night I'm sure they will long remember. Well, I guess without further ado, I have to announce my Challenger basketball team. My undergraduate players were Andres Baca, Ben Daddis, John Petruccio, and Mike Mello, with my undergraduate assistant, Caitlin Gayson. I hope to see them next year back out helping the Challenger team. And now, without further ado, and it is bittersweet, I had to announce my seniors. Bittersweet because I know I'm going to lose them and not see them again, and I had many of these kids since the beginning of the Challenger program and also before that. And joy and happiness because I know they're going on to bigger and better challenges and they will be successful. So without further ado, I want to announce my most improved player. From freshman year to senior year, she really showed some grace on the court and shooting basketballs and really trying and getting better and controlling herself, Miss Annie Albano. And the happiest player on the court, and if any of you have been to my games, you know who I'm talking about. After he made a basket, he would run down with his arms raised and smiling all the way down the court, Mr. Danny G, Mr. Danny Gizwowski. And of course, the girl who always worked hard in practice and in games and really took it real serious, Miss Courtney Avanoff, most effort. Mr. Rebounder himself, he grabbed every rebound there was to grab on every game, Mr. Ray Sean Smith. And finally, but the one and only, Miss Zoe Fenstermacher, the 3-point assassin who can shoot a basketball with anyone, and I mean anyone. And Mr. Cool himself, always walking down the court, whether he made a basket or he didn't make a basket, he was the same demeanor, Mr. Frank Sheen and Mr. Cool. And finally, Mr. Clutch, Jack Chin. Whenever I needed a basket to tie the game, and by the way, we always tied the game, he would make the basket, get the ball. I also like to thank my 2 cheerleaders who came. They were part of my RISE program, Miss Bianca Marce and Miss Brianna Almeida, Senior Brianna Almeida. She will be gone next year too, and I will miss her. And I also want to thank my 2 senior assistants, Senior Morgan Scott, who even though she had a busy schedule, always found time to come down and help out the games and the practices. And finally, Senior Morgan Brady. She was my right-hand person. She's an amazing young lady who helped out with the team from the beginning of the Challenger program, came to every game and every practice, and the kids loved her. I will definitely miss her and all my seniors. I wish them luck and success in the future, and I know Mineola will always be here for them. I have so many people to thank for this program, and I guess I should start with our administrators who gave me anything I needed when I needed it. I also like to thank our teachers who came to the games and coaches and brought their students down to watch the games. I especially would like to thank Mr. Drew Smith, who made commercials with my players before every home game. Miss Katie Sheen, who took all the pictures and the photos for the games. Brianna Kelly and her cheerleaders, who did a wonderful job cheering us on. Chris Toomey and the pep band, who always played the music and kept it cool in the games. And finally, the voice of Mineola himself, Mr. Helms Boringer, who made all of these games, along with these teachers, an event to be at and a place to be, the Challenger basketball game. I also would like to thank my aides, Diane, Carla, and Donna, who without them I wouldn't have been very successful at all. Finally, I guess in these unprecedented times, I want to thank our first responders, nurses, doctors who risk their lives every day. You are my hero, and you are many people's heroes. All right, everyone, good night. Be strong, be safe, be Mineola strong. Over and out, Marty Joyce.
I want to start by congratulating all of our varsity athletes, especially the seniors who have worked so hard throughout their seasons to represent Mineola High School. I'm so sorry that the conclusion of this school year didn't go as planned, but I know that your futures are bright. I would like to thank the parents, the Board of Education, Booster Club, our administration, Donna Raffo, and our athletic director, Ralph Amatrano, for their continued support. It's always hard for me to come up with a worthy recap of each season for these banquet speeches. My time with these girls started back in August when we began planning our year ahead, and we spent almost every day together from then until mid-March at the conclusion of another successful Challenger basketball season. With all that time we've spent together, you wouldn't believe how quickly our seasons flew by and how many amazing memories we made along the way. In less than a year, all 15 of these girls have made huge strides in becoming more versatile and polished cheerleaders. The Mineola Varsity cheerleading squad this year is full of transformed, excellent, hardworking, sharp, and strong cheerleaders, and this is in large part due to their own hard work and dedication to becoming the best that they could be. We started off our season with the goal of putting up 3 solid stunt groups by homecoming. This goal felt wildly unattainable starting off the season, reflecting on the loss of our 4 seasoned seniors from last year that held major roles in the current stunt groups that we had, but we wanted to put on a halftime show like we haven't done before. This meant that every girl on the team had to hold one of the 5 major positions in a stunt, many of which have never stunted in that position before. With only 3 months to prepare, on top of mixing music, choreographing, learning, and practicing the rest of the routine, these cheerleaders worked day in and day out to make this goal a reality. It was mind-blowing watching the pieces all come together, and I am proud to report that not only was this goal achieved successfully, but exceeded beyond what I could have imagined. In the winter season, we added 2 more stunt groups, taking our team to a level that we haven't reached before. What impresses me most about my varsity squad this year, though, was not just their athleticism, but their genuine love of the sport. Besides the fact that they can lift girls their weight high above their heads and tumble with power while still managing to transition and dance with grace, these girls are consistently online, checking out new ways for our team to grow. Our group chat is always buzzing with videos of cool stunts they want to try, or a dance that they want to learn, or a fundraiser that they want to do, even now after the season is long over. And we can't forget all of our fun themed practices and stunt group competitions. When I look back on this season and how these cheerleaders have transformed their personal skills, it's obvious their hard work will pay off. Whether they have goals of improving their physical fitness, or dreaming of cheering in college, or hoping to coach their own cheers team one day, this squad has the ability to accomplish whatever they set their minds to, and I will be proud however they are able to use their cheer talents in the future. I want to recognize my team now, beginning with my one and only senior and one of my captains, Caitlin Miranda. Caitlin is a fearless leader and a master of making cheer mixes. Caitlin leads by example by always coming to practice and to games, no matter the circumstances, and shows a true passion for her team, which is evident in the countless number of hours she spends choreographing routines and teaching them to the squad. While other seniors were leaving campus during their off periods at the beginning of the school year, Caitlin spent hers coming to my office to use my laptop to work on our homecoming music. Caitlin will be studying at the University of Connecticut in the fall and will be a nursing major. I'm so proud of you, Caitlin. The girls and I really will feel the loss of Caitlin next year, but we wish her the absolute best of luck in her journeys ahead. Next, I would like to recognize my co-captain, Dominique Greco, the one who always texts me into all hours of the night because she's up watching videos and picking out songs for ways to improve our performances and take them to the next level. Dominique is a true leader and has a genuine love for her teammates. She would never ask them to do something that she wouldn't be willing to do herself. She is always the first to volunteer, to try new stunts, and is always willing to offer tips to the newer flyers to help them to improve and to reach their goals. I am happy that I still get to keep her for one more year. It's a known fact that you can't build a structure without a strong foundation, or it's only a matter of time until it comes crumbling down. To my bases, Pietra Cabral, Claire Calora, Melissa Connolly, Katie Cullen, Julia De Silva, Yesenia Hanif, Caitlin Miranda, and Karina Paragas, and Julia Therace. Thank you for being that foundation for our team. Backs, you have taken far more hits from flailing arms and legs and other flying body parts than we can count. But no matter what, you never let your girls hit the ground. Ali Andrade, Natalie Antunes, and Grace Bridges, we thank you for allowing this team to place their trust in you. And my flyers, my fearless flyers, you soar through the air with ease and you place trust in your teammates below. We thank you, Caroline Bridges, Dominique Greco, and Bella Gaglione, for somehow managing to keep a smile on your face as you hover on the hands of your teammates 8 feet above the ground. And last but not least, our most spirited cheerleaders to hit the floor, we would like to thank you, Brianna Almeida and Bianca Morsu, for bringing your enthusiasm and sparkle to every Challenger game. The winners of the Strive for Excellence Award this year are Grace Bridges and Ali Andrade. Grace took on the challenge of switching from a base to a back spot halfway through the season and did so effortlessly. Ali, you've earned this award multiple times over by always being there to catch Dom on the difficult new stunts that we try. Our Coaches Award winners are Bianca and Brianna for their shine and flair on and off the floor. Mineola Varsity cheerleaders, I'm incredibly proud of you, and I hope that you are proud of yourselves for another successful year. I'm already looking forward to spending the next season together, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for our squad. Thank you.
Good evening, and once again, welcome to the Mineola Varsity Awards Banquet. My name is Helms Boringer, and I'll be here to speak on behalf of the varsity baseball program. I'd like to thank my coaches, Bob Trenkel, Chris Shaka, and Greg Mayo, for their continued support and help in developing our baseball players. Obviously, there's one word that describes this season. It's been said many times in many articles, interviews, radio, talk shows, and that word is unprecedented. The season of the 2020 Mustangs was going to be one of firsts. First of all, we were going to play every team in our league just one time. No more 3-game series. We're not sure if that was going to be a good thing or a bad thing, but the coaching staff and players were anxiously awaiting to see what was going to happen. The next brand new first was the fact that the pitchers were pitching and the hitters were hitting, but they were doing it in a brand new, state-of-the-art, beautiful indoor hitting facility. At this time, I'd like to thank Dr. Nagler, Mr. Amatrano, and the Board of Education for getting this facility built. It is going to be a program changer. So now, let's introduce to you the 2020 Mustangs roster. On the roster this year, there would have been 2 sophomores, TJ Cox and Connor Martin. TJ was going to be one of our pitchers this season and would have had many different roles. Connor was being looked on to fill as an infielder and possibly give our starting catcher a breather. This year we would have had 8 juniors on the squad. Our 5 new ones would have been Blake Bastos, who was going to help us on the mound as well as at the plate. Tristan Doherty, with his versatility, was going to help us as a utility infielder. Dom Ferreira, with his nice swing from the left side, was going to be in competition for some time at first base. Kevin Pusey was also going to be in competition for an outfield spot. And the last of our juniors was going to be Mr. Tino Frey. Returning from last year's team as juniors was Jack Flood, who was going to be our starting center fielder as well as one of our relief pitchers. The next one is Nick Ramos. Nick Ramos is our catcher who has caught every game last year and was going to be asked to do the same thing this year with maybe a breather from Connor. Last junior is Zach Bongiovanni. Zach would have been asked to take on more of a leadership role this season, as Zach would have been like the rest of this team, bouncing from infield to outfield and possibly even being our closer. If these boys work hard in the offseason, I am sure that we will have a banner 2021 season. Now let's talk about our seniors. And there are 7 of them on this year's team. They learned last year that there's a big jump from JV to varsity. My first senior I'd like to talk about is Jimmy Ty. Jimmy Ty is the lone senior that has been on varsity for the past 3 seasons as the starting shortstop. Jimmy was going to have to lead the team this year if we were going to be as successful as the coaching staff thought. He will be lucky to continue his playing career at SUNY Maritime, where I wish him nothing but the best of luck as he develops into a pretty good baseball player. Next up is Andrew Lewis. Andrew Lewis would have been our main starting pitcher. Andrew was hoping to continue on his end-of-the-year success on the mound. Andrew was also in competition for a corner infield spot when not pitching, but he also will get an opportunity to play at SUNY Farmingdale. The last of our seniors Dylan Bradley was looking to get some at-bats as well as get some innings on the field as one of our infielders. Justin Desiderio and Ryan Lachlan were two outfield players who are one of the hardest working players in my program. Their continued development and success would have been very vital for this year's baseball team. Nick Limasopoulos was going to be a major contributor at the plate for us this year. And last but not least, Tom Brennis, who was our starting second baseman, and with his continued development, would have been a major asset to the baseball program. During this very difficult time, I want to wish all the seniors the best of luck as they move on to their next phase of their lives. In conclusion, if we learn anything from this season, it is to appreciate the time we have had together, as well as to practice and play as hard as you can for as long as you can, since you never know when that opportunity might be taken away from you. Thank you very much and have a good night.
Hi everyone, I'm hoping that this video finds you and your families happy and healthy and safe. Before I introduce the team members of the Mineola Varsity Softball team, I'd like to thank Dr. Nagler, Mr. Amatrano, Mr. Smith, and Mr. Escobar for their support as always. I'd also like to thank my new assistant coach, Monique Roberge, for her help. And we were looking forward to a great season, and she helped prepare the girls on the preseason to get ready. I want to thank her and also welcome her. And I'd like to also thank my JV coach, Caitlin Buccio, who is always there to help out with the girls and who always shows such excitement to get the girls ready for the season. We had very high expectations for the upcoming season. With our preseason preparation and with some of the new players that we had coming aboard, we thought we were going to have an awesome season. And first and foremost, we had our returning All-County winners, Abby Meehan at shortstop and Sarah Tremonti at catcher. And we had an 8th grade player, Brianna Boyer, who is an outstanding pitcher and who can play multiple positions. And watching her in the preseason with her work ethic and her talent, we were really eager to see how that talent would have played out on the field. So once again, we were really excited for the upcoming season. I'd like to introduce the rest of the players on the team. And again, we had 8th grader Brianna Boyer, we had 9th grader Mackenzie Fitzgerald, our juniors, Abby Meehan, Sarah Tremonti, Kirsten Bennis, Kiara Mulrooney, Aliyah Rakim, and our seniors, Natalie Schmidt, Teresa McCary, Morgan Scott, and Maggie Gorman. Natalie will be attending Cortland in the fall, and she will be looking for a degree in political science. Teresa McCary will be attending Malloy. She will be pursuing a nursing degree. Morgan Scott will be attending LIU Post, and Maggie Gorman is undecided at this moment as to exactly where she'll be going, but we congratulate them and wish them all the best. Our Coaches Award was very tough because any one of our seniors could have received this award, but we chose to give it to Natalie Schmidt just for her being an outstanding player, an outstanding teammate, and just for being someone that a coach can go to at any time and ask her for anything. And she's a phenomenal player, phenomenal athlete, and a phenomenal person. And we wish her luck going forward. We're going to miss all of you guys, and we're going to miss the seniors, and we're so sorry that you weren't able to play your last season here in Mineola, but we can't wait to see you in the future and see how well you're doing. I know you all have a very bright future ahead. We want to thank you all. God bless you all. Stay safe during this unprecedented time, and we'll see you all soon.
Hi everyone, Coach Leninger coming to you to discuss the 2020 boys spring track season. Unfortunately, the season that was only a couple of days long, but I really wanted to take this time to recognize the seniors who are on our team and the ones who put in all the hard work over the past couple of years. Because I feel for you guys to have your season stripped away from you the way it has been. but I want you to know that on behalf of myself, Coach Fretz, Coach Haber, all of your accomplishments and all your hard work don't go unnoticed, even though we didn't have our last season together the way we wanted to. This year's boys spring track team had over 60 boys on it, so we were destined to do some good things. In Conference 4, strength is numbers. The more boys you have, the more you can spread them out and really cover all the events and earn a lot of points. So the coaching staff was really looking forward to this year for the boys. Again, we had a good mix in terms of classes, seniors, juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. And we had a lot of excitement around the team that first month. I think with the weather being nice and us getting a couple of new additions that we hadn't had in the past, everybody was very hopeful about this season. Which makes everything that's happened so far hurt that much more. But it's nice to look back on it and kind of see that, we had some good things coming our way. So I'd like to run through the seniors. All right, this is really about them and all the hard work they've put in over the past couple of years. And then I'll get to our awards. We're going to start off with Matthew Catania. Matthew, 4-year member of spring track. Great kid, great guy, works really hard. Okay, really likes what he does. Very talented, good guy to be around. Really nice to his teammates, which we appreciate. Okay, Matt did all 4 years with us for spring track, so he was a 4-year varsity letter winner. He specialized in the sprint events, 100, 200, and 400. And if I remember correctly, I believe junior year, he did PR in the 400 at about a sub 65 pace. So Matt had a lot of improvement, and he was really looking forward to a great senior year. But Matt, thanks so much for the last 4 years, and good luck in everything that you do in the future. Our next senior, Jonathan Dos Santos. Jonathan was with us as a 10th grader. He was not with us his 11th grade years, but we were really excited to have him back. He really grew into his body the past couple of years. Had a great season for the football team. I believe he also wrestled as well. Big, strong guy that could have really helped us in a lot of different areas. When Jonathan was on the team as a sophomore, he was mostly a sprinter, a 200, 400 runner, and that was before he had really grown into his body. So we were really looking forward to good things from Jonathan. But wish you the best in the future, and don't be a stranger. Definitely come by and visit. Our next senior, I'll take two of them at once actually, because they kind of come as a paired deal. Jose Guerra and Juan Lopez, our two soccer guys that we were very excited about having. In only 5 or 6 days of practice, we saw how much talent they had. It was a lot of fun to watch them on the track. Their agility, not only their speed, but their agility. So we had plans for them, maybe jumping, maybe hurdling, things like that. They could have scored a lot of points for us. And more than anything, right off the bat, in only a couple of days, me not knowing them beforehand, I realized what nice guys they are, and how polite they were, and really hardworking people that I could tell translates over to the soccer field. So we were really excited to have Juan and Jose, and they made a really good impression on us, and we thought we could have used them in a lot of different areas. We're a little disappointed we only got them for the senior year, and obviously we couldn't utilize them the way we wanted to, but we were glad that they came out. They were definitely going to be great additions to our team. So Juan, Jose, thanks so much. Good luck in the future. Our next senior is Michael Langella. I'm going to hold him till later. Next senior would be Michael Lopes. Michael Lopes, one of our captains in winter, would have been one of our captains in spring as well. Came into us as a junior, and my only regret with Michael is that we didn't have him longer. He is one of the most hard-working, positive people that we've had on this team in a long time. What I always remember about Mike is if I asked him what he wanted to do in a meet, I'd say, "Oh, Mike, do you want to hurdle? Do you want to run this? Do you want to run that?" He always gave me the same answer. Whatever's best for the team, coach. And I really appreciate that, because even though track can sometimes be viewed as an individual sport, our main goal here at Mineola is to compete as a team. So Michael always put the team first. He put his teammates first. He led with them as a senior captain. I'm really going to miss him. And like I said, the only regret is that we didn't have Michael for longer. Really great guy. Good luck, Mike. Our next senior would have been our best thrower, who is Chris Melendez. Chris is a shot put discus extraordinaire. He came to us last year and really wowed Coach Haber and the rest of the throwing staff. And we were really looking forward to big things for him. Really fun guy to be around, and has really good work ethic, and I believe has good, foundation and passion for what he was doing in terms of shot put and especially discus. Discus would have been his forte, I believe. So, fortunately, Chris, we won't have that senior season, but thanks for being a lot of fun, and good luck in the future. I'm sure we'll see you around. Our next senior is Joshua Mundy, but we're going to hold him. After that, we have Ethan Sargent, 4-year member, varsity spring track and field. Ethan has been the backbone of our distance program since he was a freshman. What's so exciting about Ethan in this past year is that he's another guy who kind of grew into his body and his times are dropping. He was really making himself a multifaceted distance runner, not just a 2-miler, not just a miler, but someone who can run the 800, the 1,000, the mile, the 2-mile. And he was really going to spread around for us a lot. In the past, Ethan also did 400 hurdles for us as he trained for the steeplechase. He even did triple jump for us when we needed it. So he really was a jack of all trades. I've really admired Ethan over the past couple of years, especially for his passion in terms of distance running. He comes from a distance running family, and I know he participates in events outside of school. He's done a half marathon before. He's a big participant in the Thanksgiving turkey trot. So he's got a real passion for distance running. I think Ethan understands that, even beyond high school, he can always put a pair of shoes on and go for a run. That's the great thing about this sport. You don't need any equipment. You just need a nice pair of shoes. You walk out your door and you're back in it. So, Ethan, thanks so much for 4 great years. And I'm really going to miss you. But hopefully you stop by, and good luck at Ohio University. Our last senior on the list is Chris Tobias, another one of our throwers. He was a first-year guy who came to us and was relentless in the weight room. In between seasons, after practice, always putting in extra work. Really great to see. Really fun guy too. Very funny, got a lot of jokes that we all appreciated. We were really looking forward to Chris's improvements from winter to spring track, and also opening up not only being able to throw shot put, but also discus. So again, our only regret with Chris is that he came to us a little too late. We would have loved to have 3 other years with him. Good luck, Chris. I'm going to get to my Strive for Excellence Awards winners. I'm going to go to 2 sophomores who I consider the foundation pieces of our team going forward. First being Jacob Mitkowski. Jacob's awesome thrower for us. He's one of our top throwers. He's been throwing since his freshman year, and he's really become a student of the event. And I look forward to him leading our throwing squad for the next 2 years. Our other sophomore Strive for Excellence winner is going to be John Gabriel. John's got raw talent. He's got long legs and he's got fast legs. And all John has to do is decide what he wants to do, and he's going to do it really well. We can really use him anywhere from, I would say, the 100 all the way up to the mile. John's also a high jumper for us. He's done some long jumping, some triple jumping. So another guy who covers a lot of different events that we're going to have a lot of success with, and we're going to score a lot of points with in the next couple of years. Okay, lastly, our coaches awards. Going to go to 2 seniors. These guys were essential to what we did in the winter, and they were carrying it over to the spring. First one being Joshua Mundy. Joshua came back to Mineola after moving to Jericho for his sophomore and junior years, and we were so happy to have Josh back. His ability and talent is so much fun to watch on the track. He seems effortless when he runs. It's really something that is very impressive. So we were really looking forward to a great season for Josh. He makes us a little bit more balanced in terms of his sprint ability. Good luck, Josh, in the future. Please come back and visit just the way you used to visit us at the other track meets when you were on the Jericho team. And last but not least, our final Coaches Award for 2020 Boys Spring Track is going to go to Michael Langella. Michael, it's been 4 awesome years. We did a lot together. Okay, you proved a lot to yourself. You proved a lot to the coaches. You proved a lot to your teammates. And no one can ever really measure up to the amount of passion that you have for the sport. I think that's a pretty fair statement. We appreciate that passion more than you can ever understand. You can't teach passion. We can't coach passion. We can't infuse it into you. You have to have it. And you did a great job sharing your passion with your teammates. Even to this day, getting text messages from you saying, how disappointed you are that the senior season hasn't happened. We really appreciate your love of the sport. And, like we say about everything else, this sport can continue even when you're not on the team, even when you're done with high school. All you have to do is put on a pair of shoes and walk out your door, and you're right back into it. So we wish you luck in everything you do in the future. Thanks for 4 years. It's been a lot of fun. Know that you always have a home with us. You can always come back and visit, and that goes for the rest of our seniors as well. Okay, there's nothing that we appreciate more as a coaching staff than when we get visits from alumni. That's really rewarding for us. So, although our spring season didn't happen, Mustangs, we have a bright future, and for all of you guys moving on to bigger and better, know you always have a home with us. Thanks a lot.
All right, this is the Girls Varsity Spring Track Awards. I'm Coach Fretz, and we only had about a week of the season, but a lot of these athletes we've known for years, and we just wanted to still recognize their accomplishments. And, we certainly have a ton of amazing memories to reflect on. So just a quick thanks, of course, to the Booster Club for all their support, Mr. Amatrano, Dr. Nagler, Dr. Smith, our coach, assistant coach, Brian Haber, who just has such a great rapport and relationship with our throwers and sprinters, and kind of brings a real fun and different dynamic to the workouts that we do. We want to thank JC, our athletic trainer, who has been just an amazing person and really catered to our big team, who has a lot of really diverse needs. And thanks to the parents for all their support, as always. To go through our roster, our freshmen were Jimena Escobar, Laurentina Gloria, and Sarah Goncalves. Our sophomores, Catherine An and Urja Patel. Our junior, we only had one, Sori Guerra. She was new to track, and we were excited to have her on the team. And then our seniors, Jesslyn Joes, Carmen Lima, who was a captain, Caitlin Escorcia, who was also a captain, Maddie Irish, our third captain, and we're very proud of Maddie. She's headed off to the Navy ROTC program at the Georgia Institute of Technology, and she is going to be majoring in aerospace engineering. So we're very excited for her military career, and we're very proud of all that she's done with us on track. Also, senior for us over the years, Diana Restreporos, who's headed to Stony Brook for biochemistry, another great person who will be sorely missed. Alma Pinto, Julia Rosati, who was our fourth captain, and Rebecca Tobar, who, again, just an amazing, fun, positive, optimistic person who hung with us over her 4 years here and is off to study music performance at college. So we're very excited for her. We didn't get a chance to have meets or anything like that, but we did want to just award recognition for people for prior accomplishments, and also wanted to recognize previous seasons, for this category. So unfortunately, our seniors didn't get a chance to have their season. So our first Coaches Award goes to Carmen Lima, just an amazing all-around athlete and human being. She would run everything from the 100 and the 200 to the 400. I've had Carmen in class. I've worked with her as a class advisor. She's a natural leader. We made her a captain, and just somebody that you can always trust to get the job done and lead by example no matter who is or isn't looking. Our second Coaches Award goes to Julia Rosati, who, again, I've had in classes as a class advisor, and over the years on track, she had pretty much perfect attendance. We used to kind of joke around about how we would calculate the requirement for our attendance participation based on whatever Julia's numbers were at, because she literally would never miss a day. She was a captain for us, and she's headed to the University of Connecticut for mechanical engineering, which is a really exciting field, and we know she's going to do an awesome job and represent us proudly heading off to school next year. Our two Strive for Excellence awards, the first one goes to Alma Pinto. She's just a hard worker and somebody who really has gravitated towards our throwing community. She was ranked 17th in the conference in the shot put and 24th in the county. So she had 4 top 10 finishes in major meets in previous spring seasons. And from both shot and disc perspective, she's just an asset. And we're really thankful that she was with us for as long as she was, and she was able to kind of help the younger kids. And our last Strive for Excellence award goes to Caitlin Escorcia, who we just can't say enough thank yous to. She was a captain, a maternal figure, really, for the girls over the years, organizing fundraisers, ordering merchandise, hosting pasta parties, creating social events, bringing everybody to the movies. And she's just an amazing person, and she's headed to Malloy College for a career in adolescent special education, which is going to be an amazing fit for her. Again, we're sorry, guys, you didn't get to have your season, but, hopefully, this video will let you know that we will always remember you guys and all that you've done over your entire time here at Mineola. Best of luck.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to start by thanking Dr. Smith, Mr. Amatrano, and Donna Raffo, as well as our school administration and our booster club for the continued support of our lacrosse team. I'd also like to thank Coach McAndrew, Coach Polo, and Coach Gerstner for their work with our lacrosse team. This season for the boys lacrosse team was shaping up to be one of the most productive in recent years. Led by its core of 16 seniors and building upon previous season success, the team was poised to reach the next level in Nassau County lacrosse. The team was ranked 4th in the preseason of Nassau County Class C, and the high expectations were met with a high level of off-season work to prepare for the season. The team played 8 weeks in a summer lacrosse league, participated and dominated a showcase tournament in the fall, and spent every Sunday morning for 8 weeks in the winter playing lacrosse. Our team was filled with talent across the board, and we were all excited to see this team compete together in 2020. Offensively, the team is led by 2019 All-Conference players Aiden McMahon and Kevin Graff. Molloy College-bound senior Brenda McDonough, along with senior standouts Matt Tarantola, Joe Early, and Patrick Revelant. Seniors Jack Ressa, Robert Seaman, and Ryan Simmons were all poised to contribute offensively. We look forward to the returning offensive talent on the team with juniors Sam Anjo, Marcos Da Silva, and Anthony Hilton. Freshman Tommy Renner was ready to add to the 17 goals he scored as an 8th grader. The team was anchored on defense by returning All-County goalie Dylan Renner and All-County defenseman John Salamone. Both Dylan and John were included in Newsday's annual Top 100 Players on Long Island. Adding to the defense is senior Brendan Shannon with juniors Will and Lex Goring. Senior goalie Noah Love was ready to make stops for the team as well. Seniors Sam Levitan and Domingos Da Silva, along with juniors Mike McCormick and Justin Rodriguez, were ready to contribute defensively. Senior Guy Kearney and sophomore James Franz were excited to take faceoffs and control possessions for the Mustangs in 2020. Although the disappointment of this lost season is felt throughout the program, we are forever grateful for the time and work that was put in by the senior class. These boys have set a new standard for what we all expect from Mineola lacrosse, and we are excited for what the future brings. We are proud of our athletes who are moving on to play lacrosse in college and look forward to seeing them succeed at the next level. Seniors, we thank you for all of your commitment to Mineola lacrosse. You are a part of our program forever. We hope everyone stays healthy and safe as we look forward to being together again.
Hi everyone, my name is Samantha Henson and I coach the girls varsity lacrosse team. First, I'd like to thank all of our administrators, the Board of Ed, Mr. Amatrano, the parents, and the Booster Club for the continued support of our program. I'd also like to thank Coach Garabedian and Coach Guido for all the support and guidance they have provided for me and the team. Although we didn't have the season we planned, the girls have shown dedication and commitment to the team throughout the fall and winter. They've attended open gyms, practices outside in February, and are willing to put in the extra work themselves to make the team better. These girls knew what they needed to do in order to be successful in our new conference, and they were ready for it. Coach Guido and I were looking forward to seeing our team rise to the new physical and mental challenges of Conference 3 play. Without a doubt in my mind, we would have done extraordinary things this year. Our goal for Conference 3 was to go to playoffs again and continue to work hard. Unfortunately, with the current circumstances, we were unable to finish our season, so I'd like to recognize the girls on our team. The sophomores included attacker Pietra Cabral, midfielder Nicole Pastoressa, midfielder Mia Wisnowski, defender Juliana Sousa, attacker Daniela Schlichting. Also, returning sophomores to varsity include Cassidy Schnaufer, our starting goalkeeper, who made 120 saves last year, and midfielder and captain Maggie McMahon, who had 102 goals last year, leading Nassau County. She was also awarded our All-County Player. Our juniors included defender Colleen Miller, defender Julie Rodriguez, defender Isabella Rivera, defender Claire Calora, attacker Melanie Potstupka, and last year's 2 All-Conference Award winners, midfielders Trista Bugala and Adriana Ferreira. Lastly, I'd like to talk about our seniors. Attacker Kristen Tarab was a player that never gave up and always tried her best. The team loved to be around her. She's fun to have at practice, joking and laughing, but overall bringing a positive energy that everyone felt. She will be attending URI in the fall. Attacker Emma Lopes is another hardworking player who everyone could rely on. She was also making people laugh and making everyone feel comfortable. She is an unselfish player who is extremely coachable. Emma will be attending the University of Maryland College Park next year. Our next senior is defender captain Melissa Pereira. Melissa has been on the varsity team since her freshman year. She is one of the most hardworking players I've ever met, who improved dramatically over the last 3 years. Melissa did everything and anything for the team. She embodies what it means to be a team player. Melissa will be attending Adelphi University in the fall. Our last senior this year is midfielder and captain Stephanie Pereira. Stephanie has also been on the team since her freshman year. She was awarded our Unsung Hero last year and was a player the team relied on. She never complained about anything. She was truly an unselfish player. She worked hard day in and day out, on the field and off the field, and it showed in her gameplay. Stephanie was able to take our coaching and improved to become one of the top players on our team. She's a natural leader who leads by example and puts in the effort needed to make the team successful. Stephanie will also be attending Adelphi University in the fall. One last message to all the seniors going off to college next year. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, to stumble and to fall, because many times the greatest reward comes from doing the things that scare you the most. Maybe you'll get more than you've ever imagined. Who knows where life will take you? The road is long, and in the end, every step of the journey is a destination in itself. Give and receive support along the way. Be patient and persevere through the ups and downs that you will face. And importantly, learn to enjoy the journey you are on. Always remember where you're going, but never forget where you came from. We will miss you.
We'd like to recognize the following student athletes who, as seniors at some point during their four-year career here at Mineola, have achieved the status of all-county at their sport. In football, we'd like to recognize Matt Tarantola. He was all-county this year as a football player and had an outstanding season this year. In volleyball, we had Morgan Brady, who was a 5-year volleyball player and just has been an outstanding athlete in our program. Caitlin Ariza was an all-county girls soccer player this year. Jose Guerra was also an all-county soccer player this year. Erickson Velasquez was all-county and all-state as a wrestler for us this year. And Dylan Renner and John Salamone were all-county lacrosse players over their 4-year course of time here in our program. So congratulations on these phenomenal achievements and good luck in your future. The All Reliable Award is an award voted on by the members of our varsity coaching staff. The award comes with a $200 scholarship to the 2 recipients, and it is funded by the members of our entire coaching staff. This year, the recipients of our All Reliable Award have demonstrated outstanding commitment to their teams and coaches. They have exhibited a strong sense of fair play and have been the most reliable and dependable athletes in our program. Their unselfishness and willing to contribute to the team effort has set them apart in the eyes of our coaching staff. We congratulate Juan Lopez and Emma Lopes as our All Reliable Award recipients. We wish Emma the best of luck at the University of Maryland, and we wish Juan the best at Nassau Community College.
Okay, I would like to thank everyone for this award. I would like to thank first God, then my family for making this huge decision of coming to the United States 2 years ago. I would like to thank my coaches, Coach Cavaluso and Coach Mendez, for helping me with any kind of problem with college stuff or even with how to say something in English properly. I would like to thank my teammates, my soccer teammates, because I see a brother in every boy out there in the field. I would like to thank Mineola right here for giving me this spectacular experience. And I would really like to thank Christian for helping me throughout my senior year mentally and for every bless he gave me. Thank you.
Thank you for choosing me as a recipient of this award. I'd like to thank my coaches this year, Coach Bennett, Coach McDonald, Coach Henton, and Coach Guido for shaping me into the young woman and athlete I am today. I'd also like to thank Mrs. Garabedian, Mr. Boringer, Mr. Armatrano, and Dr. Smith for pushing me to continue my athletic career and reach my full potential. I'd also like to thank my teammates, friends, and family for supporting me, and I appreciate all that Mineola High School and Mineola Athletics has done for me.
The Sportsmanship Award is an award voted on by our varsity coaches. It is also an award that comes with a $350 scholarship that is donated by the Mineola Athletic Booster Club. This year's male recipient of the award has been one of our hardest working athletes and one of our most coachable young men. He has enjoyed some great success this year on the football field and on the basketball court as a member of our football and basketball teams. He is also a member of our lacrosse team. And unfortunately, there was no lacrosse season, but he's a tremendous lacrosse player who is going to play Division II lacrosse and would have had a phenomenal senior year, and we know that. His characteristics, his traits are best described as he was our Reggie Carter Award winner this year. The award summarizes a lot of who he is. He is a team player. He is devoted to the success of the team, and he is a leader by his actions and is humble in victory and undeterred in defeat. I am proud to present Aiden McMahon with the 2020 Sportsmanship Award. Congratulations, Aiden.
Thank you for nominating me for the special award. Being a Mineola athlete has meant everything for me. The friendships that I made with my players and coaches will be with me for the rest of my life. And I just want to say thank you to all the supporters who came to Reggie Carter night, all the Friday night late games, and all the Saturday morning lacrosse games. It means a lot to me, and all my teammates, thank you.
Our female recipient of the Sportsmanship Award goes to a young lady who has been an integral part of our lacrosse and track programs. As an athlete on these programs, she was a captain of both teams, which is an outstanding accomplishment. Her hard work and ability to lead her teammates by example stands out and made her the coach's choice for this award. I am pleased to present Stephanie Pereira with the 2020 Sportsmanship Award. Congratulations, Stephanie.
Thank you for making me the recipient for this award. I'd like to thank my coaches, my family, and friends who have been supporting me since the start of my athletic career. The Mineola athletic program has been part of my life for the past 6 years, where I became a triathlete, and in middle school I played all 4 seasons. As a young woman, I have grew in this program with all my coaches' help and my friends' help, my family always being there, cheering me on during all the games and track meets, and all the memories with my teammates I will cherish forever.
The Athlete of the Year Award is a special award. It is voted on by the members of our varsity coaching staff, and it comes with a $500 scholarship donated by the members of our athletic booster club. This year, the female recipient of our Athlete of the Year Award goes to a young lady that has not only had a great effect on our volleyball program, but on our school as a whole. As a volleyball player, she has played multiple positions, and over the last several years has been a leader on the team that has played in many pressure-packed situations. This year, she received an All-County Award for her efforts as a volleyball player. Her prowess as an athlete is almost overshadowed by her contributions to our school on a personal level. As a student leader, she is dedicated to assisting on a daily basis with our Challenger basketball program. And as a mentor, she is coaching assistant to Ms. Park at our middle school volleyball program. All of this while holding a 97.4 average in school. What a great role model she is for others to follow. I am proud to present our Athlete of the Year Award to Morgan Brady. Congratulations, Morgan.
I would like to say thank you to the coaches and the Mineola athletic staff for choosing me to accept this award. It truly is such a great honor. Mineola sports has always felt like a second home to me. Playing sports has allowed me to have fun and stay fit while making great friends. Thank you to the Mineola coaches and athletic staff for allowing me to accept this award, and thank you to Mineola for all the memories.
This year's male recipient of the Athlete of the Year Award has been an outstanding athlete on both the county and state level this year. As an all-county and all-state wrestler, he has represented the Mineola athletic community with great character and pride. His work ethic and determination to be a champion is something that is ingrained in him. As a football player, only in his second year playing football, through his hard work and determination, was granted an all-conference award during the football season. And this year, Hofstra University has offered him a spot on their Division I wrestling team, which he has accepted. We congratulate Erickson Velasquez as our 2020 Male Athlete of the Year. Congratulations, Erickson.
First and foremost, I'd like to say thank you for selecting me for this special award.
It means a lot to me, and I'm truly grateful for this nomination. It started for me as a middle school athlete where I had this unforgettable moment where I won a match and the supporting fans cheered me on as if I won the Super Bowl. Then going into high school, I was excited to play sports, especially on varsity, such as playing football and wrestling with my friends who then became my brothers on the field or on the mat. We created an inseparable bond. One thing that will help any Mineola athlete is that Mineola has one of the best supporting fan crews out there. I could hear every person cheering us on, and it was unforgettable every moment. To be a Mineola athlete, you gotta have heart, passion, and loyalty to your school, your community, and last, but the most important one, is your team. Thank you, Mineola, and I wish the best of luck to all my senior classmates.